I don't even understand, because their consciousness is different, their level of awareness is different. Every person is on a different level of awareness, right? And we need to respect those people. But when they come to you and they want help, yes, then we help, because they say that the when the students is ready, the teacher shall be revealed, right? When the students is ready, then the teacher shall be revealed. So you have to be ready for this information. That's why I don't mind that I don't have a lot of followers on social media, especially on YouTube, right? Because I'm still building my channel. I know that not every single person in my vicinity of where the country I live in is actually into spirituality, and they're not every person is in spirituality, because people are still very religious, and I respect that. Okay, I respect that. But at the end of the day, I understand that what I put out there on my channel, what I am teaching, what I'm speaking about, is going to reach the right people at the right time, and I'm fine with that as well. You understand? So spirituality teaches you to be at peace with everything and everyone, right? And allow other people to do their things. When somebody claims to be spiritual and awoke, and they're forcing people to awake and forcing their own ideologies on people, then it becomes a problem. Then you must understand that person is actually not truly awoke. They're not truly awakened to reality. You understand? Because we need to give love. Love is very important. Giving people that space to make choices in their lives, and when they're ready, they are ready. When they're not ready, they're not ready, right? So it's not about making people that are not awoke, people that are still religious, your enemy. No, it's not about that, right? It's about you just, yeah, expressing your own experience, you just giving your own part of what you're experiencing, because you never know what you say to somebody and how it's going to help that person. You never know that there's somebody out there in the world that needs to hear this information that I'm talking about. There's somebody out there, because when you are well awake, you don't become perfect, okay? Because it's a constant growth process. You will forever be learning and growing and evolving until we pause and leave the physical body and go into the spiritual realm, into the emotional body, right? With the emotional body, right? But we'll always be growing, right? We'll always be growing. So we need to have love and compassion for each other always. So spiritual growth is very wonderful. It's very amazing, because it makes you see life differently. You even begin to love yourself, because the big thing about spirituality is to love yourself, right? Be selfish. Before you can be giving, you've got to be selfish. You need to fill your cup up first. Put yourself first before you're able to pour yourself out to other people, right? So spirituality teaches you that being selfish is not a negative thing. It's actually a very good thing. You nurture yourself so that you can be full and fit to feed others, to help others, to be that person you need to be, that leader, depending on what your purpose is, or maybe people have many different purposes, right? So yeah, that's what it's all about. Remember that spiritual awakening is not about becoming someone else. It's about you remembering who you really are beneath the conditioning of life. Okay, remember that spirituality is not about becoming somebody else, right? It's about remembering and becoming that person beneath all the conditioning of life from birth till now. Some people are getting triggered and becoming awoke early in their lives. You get more, others are happening later, like in your 40s or so. Other people's happening in your 20s. It happens at different times depending on your script, your life path, and what you're supposed to be doing here. Okay, basically in this realm called the Earth School. Okay, so yeah, those things we need to remember. So it's not always blissful. It can be confusing. Awakening is not always blissful. It can be confusing, emotionally isolating as well, or even overwhelming. It can isolate you when you're moving away from the status quo and you're going on another path that's not very popular, right? So everybody in their lives comes to a crossroads. Everybody comes to a point in their life where they need to make a choice.